Hello, beautiful people. Today I want to share with you quickly my perspective and thoughts about aging. A lot of women, they fear, aging and progression in life, in terms of like, developing wrinkles and looking, not, they think, okay, I won't look as fresh and vibrant and blooming as before. But I want to share with you just my own perspective about this, and maybe it will inspire you. I hope that somehow. I believe that first, like each phase got its own beauty. As a lot of people say, each phase does, it got its own beauty, not only from experiential perspective, adventure, self-discovery, understanding oneself, the life journey, the developing skills. Um, going deep inside ourselves, finding our spiritual path, career path, your relationship path, all everything, develop, and really, finding our internal, and internal power within that God implanted within us. It's not only about this, but it's also like got its own beauty, the outlook beauty. You see, like a woman in 20, she looks beautiful, like 30 beautiful, like and also 40, 50, 60, like each one got its own, like it's like seasons, like you can't say like summer, winter is not nice as summer, or the spring is not as beautiful as winter. We can't say something like this. We all the seasons are beautiful and are got its own glory and its own beauty, and it's all charming, and it's all charm and bring its own like magnificent beauty. So each one got its own like different flavor and different experience, and brings different different harmony, and to the soul, to others, So it's like, as I said, like different seasons, over the year. So like I want to, like my perspective and how I think about it, like the season, like it's different seasons. All of them are beautiful, yet each one has its unique, beauty. Second thing, which I believe in personally, like you can stay beautiful all your life, and I believe like it's a dysfunctional belief. It's a dysfunctional belief that I don't know from where we got it, like maybe from our childhood, from the media, from TV, from movies, or maybe from societies. Like they say, like as women age, they lose their beauty. This is it's a unconscious pattern and belief pattern that needs to be broken, and it can be broken overnight. You need to work on breaking this, and I advise you strongly to break this unconscious pattern, unconscious neurological pattern within your thoughts, within your inner thinking, and because because if you did not break this dysfunctional belief, it will go and haunt you. What you believe in, you will see it, and it's true. Because like if you believe as you age you lose your health degrade, this is exactly what the reality, and you will experience. If you believe as you age you lose your attractiveness or charming or beauty, this is exactly what will happen to you. So you need to be careful about your sit with yourself and note down all your unconscious patterns which got feeded, or got implanted in your mind from different sources, from your childhood or from media, or I don't know from where, from school, from friends, whatever the source is, it doesn't matter. You just need to address it, to understand it, to reason it, to break it down. If you said no, I don't believe that women as they age, they don't, and you need to convince your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind is super powerful, and it does not distinguish between reality and unreality, and you need to convince it. Like you can't, if you said just, oh, as women age they get younger or they look younger, if you're not convinced in that, you need to convince your unconscious mind. How? I'll tell you how. You keep repeating this affirmation, because it's a seed. You need to implant it, and then keep repeating it every day, whenever you every day, whenever you go look at yourself in the mirror, whenever, any time of the day, or write it down, because it's a seed. You need to implant it, because now we are changing, we are cleansing, you are detoxing old unconscious patterns. So we need to build a new neurological pattern. So you need to look for actors or actresses or people around you, from your family, from your surrounding neighborhood, community, of women and there is a lot of them. One of them that just crossed my mind now is Julia Roberts, Oprah Winfrey. They even look more attractive, than before. Like Cameron Diaz, they all look beautiful. Like a lot of people, they look as beautiful, as more, even from the Arab world, like Dr. Hala Kazem. Like all of them, they look even more attractive than before. So, like look at these examples, and with this example, your unconscious mind will saw an evidence, so it will get convinced, and then and as you change this belief, you will find it as a reality. You'll be translated as a reality in your life. You'll find yourself aging, but still everybody will tell you, oh, you look like, you look like, you don't look your age. And we always hear this, you don't look your age, you don't look your age. Like sometimes we get astonished. Someone, he tells us, oh, I'm 50, I'm 60, and they look in 30s, and some people really, they are in 20s and they look like very old, doesn't it happen in your life? I'm sure you experienced this before, or in people or surroundings, or when you go out, you find some people like they're really like young and they look old, and vice versa. And the reason is the belief they have, the belief. And another thing, their belief about aging. Second, it's about their self-acceptance and self-love and self-allowing, because they those people forgive themselves. They don't, berate themselves. They don't downgrade themselves. When you love yourself, you don't berate yourself. You don't downgrade yourself. You don't blame yourself, and you never criticize yourself. You always say, okay, like for example, this time I did. Even if you got like D in an exam, you say, okay, this time I got D, but next time, I will keep improving, and I work with myself on my skills, to improve the next time. You will not harm yourself, or knock yourself down and say, oh, I'm stupid, why I got this grade. No, like you will always be kind to yourself, you will always look for the good things, like you will find anything positive, to highlight. You will say like, okay, like today, like I did my best, or I did, even if you didn't do your best, you will say like, today with all like, the thing which I had today, I tried, to do these things. Yet there is areas of improvements. I will work, with myself next time to improve, to have a better, grades, or better, like job, for example, job performances or whatever, like, but always highlight the good things you're doing, or the good stuff. I'm sure you don't, even people who get F and D's, in their exams, they don't get in all subjects. I'm sure maybe they get F in all subjects, maybe they get, good marks in art or music or whatever. I'm sure there is a subject, or maybe some people, they get D in all subjects, they get, for example, like A in biology, they love health and stuff, like, or someone gets A in a cooking class, like, I'm sure there is something like, and I'll do a video about these great things, because I'm not I don't want to drift from the subject, but I'm not a believer of grading, and it's like when you give someone a grade system, it's like you are composing all and compressing all the person's magnificent abilities, which is the greatest expression of God, the human being and the human soul, the consciousness, the feelings we have, the thoughts. We are the God's magnificent expression, and you are composing all of this in grades. No, like we are the greatest creatures, of God, and God, we got the divine soul in God flowing in us, like. Who's giving you life every morning? Think about it. There is no, like, okay, who's giving life to the cell phone? Like the cell phone, you're putting in a electric in a socket, to give it electricity, to feed it with light. But who's giving? Have you ever have this thought? Like, this thought always come to my mind. Like, who is giving light to me? Who is empowering me with light? This light is coming, and life is coming from God. Like the life of the phone, it's coming from the electric plug, from electricity. But your your life and your soul, and it's coming from a source and a power beyond your power, which is the power that created this whole beauty, this whole magnificent creation of the earth for your own service. You, yes, for you, it all this beauty, the oceans, the flowers, the fruits, the vegetables. That so next time when you walk, just think about all these services, the meat, the animals to play with. All of these are created for your own service. So I'm like, I will talk in separate video about this, but so we're to not drift from the subject. So it's about like accepting, as I said, embracing yourself. As I mentioned, like you are the God, highest and the most magnificent, creation. The soul of God flows, within you, and you are, and that's why, and that's enough reason to appreciate yourself and to love yourself. You don't need to justify your existence for anyone, like, so that makes you convinced that just being here and existing, it's more than enough. Like being like being alive, it's more than enough reason to love yourself, even if you are 100 kgs or pounds, or even if you carry 100 pounds, or even if you got F in all your grade, or even if you got divorced, I don't know, 1,000 times, or whatever. Your existence, this electric current that's coming from the cosmic power, from the God, that it's like empowering all your blood vessels, all your neurons, or your brain, this beautiful, magnificent force, that gives you life, it deserves appreciation. Like that's why you need to love yourself, because you are created by the Creator. So you don't need to justify your awesomeness or your like your existence to anyone else. You being here in this universe, and God choosing you to live in His land, in the land called Earth. It's enough reason you have chosen to be here, like to allow, to appreciate yourself, to cherish yourself, to work with yourself, not against yourself. That's the thing about aging. Also, another thing, like people who looks younger, they don't only embrace a very positive, mindset about themselves, and they love themselves, and they work with themselves, even if they have like some challenges, physical or mental or anything challenges. But they also, like they give others, I'm sure you heard a lot about the art of giving people, animals, flowers, doing planting, like helping animals, people, like this. Also, they give love. Also, they take love and give love. So it's reciprocal, like a blood flow. Not only this, as we so that's why, when you believe that as we age, like we also stay vibrant, young, beautiful, blooming, this is the reality, you will find, and it will show on your face, it show on your smile. And so please, just promise me all of you, to work on this, whomever have this thought, work on it, and like never let it hunt you, never let it limit you. These are dysfunctional thoughts, really dysfunctional thoughts that created to, I don't know by what, but it's created to limit us women, where we are so much beautiful, and there is so much beauty beyond our look. We as I said, you don't need to justify your existence to anyone. You are precious, beautiful, protected, safe, divine, without doing anything, without learning, even cooking, any skills or anything. But also, like, even if you want to learn things and develop yourself further and further and discover yourself, this is, like your beauty is not only defined by the physical outlook, at the end. And as I said, you are beautiful, and you will continue to carry this beauty within you from outside and inside. Always break this dysfunctional belief. Just say always, like, I am beautiful inside and outside also, because we want to be beautiful outside, and we are beautiful, and we are continue to be beautiful outside. You just need to change this belief, and believe me, once you change it, you will see it as a reality. You will stay beautiful even when you get like in 70s and 60s and 80s. And we see like a lot of a lot of people, and you see lots of examples, of people like who are even in 70s and 80s, and they look so beautiful. They carry a vibrant soul, like they are fun to be around. They are like, they look great, their hair, their skin looks fresh, everything, in them. So this is the thing, and I want to leave you just with that small thought. Some women like also they fear the age of like 40. For like I don't know, like this is what. Like I find like, oh, like 40, they don't like, they maybe speak about 20, 30, but they don't speak about being 40. But I want to tell you that 40, it's a great number, by the way, because like 40, it takes like 40 days when we grieve about someone really we love, 40 days. It takes 40 days for a child to grow and to be able to be prepared, for life, to be prepared physically, for life, not to walk, but at least to be, all his organs to be very prepared, to function in harmony. It takes 40 days, also for us to feel like if we love someone, to test our feeling if this is a real love or not. And it takes 40 days to, like Noah, for Prophet Noah, took 40 days for, the flood, to happen. The flood that destroyed everything, but yet carried, created, a new life, and changed the, created a new hope and life, for others, a new beginning, for others, for earth. So and it took also for 40 days for Prophet Jesus to, when he went into the desert or away, and it took also 40 days for Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to not 40 days, sorry, he was 40 years old when he got the prophecy, when he got the messenger, from God. He was 40 years old. So, and there is a 40 laws of love. I don't know if you read this book. I really strongly recommend it. So it's 40. It's a really beautiful like number if you thought about it, and every number also is beautiful. Just wanted to highlight also the 40. Bless your souls all. Love yourselves. Take care of your hearts and souls. Love you all. Thank you very much.